My junior tip would be to utilize your school counselors because they're always available and they give really good advice, and don't be shy to ask them.
Hey, Mr. Murphy.
Oh, hey Sam, how you doing?
Okay, it's junior year. I'm pretty stressed. I don't really know what to do.
Let me show you where you can start. We have an opportunities book here in the counseling office that'll help you with the process. The first thing you want to do is start looking at colleges and the process of applying. This is going to walk you through step by step, okay? Second thing you want to do is start looking at financial aid, filling out that FAFSA form with your parents so you can find out how much free money you get for college, okay? Third thing you want to do is start looking at the cost for college. Inside this book, there's a couple of pages that list all the public and private universities and how much it costs to go there for 1 year, tuition, room, and board and fees. That'll help you out, as well as your GPA and SAT that are required right there. Also, there's a junior year checklist that you can put on your fridge, so you won't miss a single step. You and your parents can knock out each step, check it off. And then there's also a senior year checklist that'll help you on your way for senior year and making that commitment to college.
My junior tip is to be prepared and to study for the SAT because it's a major test that can help you in the long run for college.
Wait, how do I register the SAT?
Oh, Sam, come in. I can help you.
Thank you.
Okay, Sam, so before you register, I just want to show you 3 important steps that you need to make sure to link your account to Khan Academy, because that is going to be your practice for the SAT. So you will go to satpractice.org and create an account on Khan Academy or sign into your existing account. Then you'll be prompted to link your accounts, and then you will log into your College Board account and hit send to get a personalized practice plan. So that is super cool and a great way to get started with practicing. Now, when it's time to register, make sure that you have on hand a photo, and make sure that you have your full legal, or use your full legal name as it appears on your photo ID, because those are 2 key pieces that you will need when registering and actually when taking the test that day. So you will log on to collegeboard.org, and if you don't have an account yet, of course that's where you'll need to start and sign up. But most of you should have an account by now, and you can sign in and see right here, it'll say register for the SAT, and it can take you through the prompts. Now, one of the questions that many students ask us is, should I take the SAT or should I take the ACT? And really the answer is that it's a personal preference. We definitely recommend that you take the SAT because it tends to be what you've been preparing for, especially if you just took the PSAT. However, many students do well on the ACT too. Oftentimes, believe it or not, the tests really end up being, the scores end up being really comparable. Which is what the unique thing is about the test. But in terms of differences, the components on the ACT are a reading, English, math, and science section versus the SAT having a reading, writing, language, and a math section. So those are probably the most important differences to note. But if you want, you can go online and actually see the different features that are offered for both. Now, one of the important things to know when it's time to register for the SAT is knowing the test dates. Now, there's one more test date in December, which you would have already needed to have been registered for because the deadline was November 2nd. And that's something you need to do in advance, is prepare when you're taking it. They're offering it in March, May, and June of next year. They no longer have that January date that they used to. Instead, what they did is added an August date so that your senior year you can take it in August. We recommend that you take the test at least twice In the spring, the test is made for second semester junior year. So that's really when you should be taking it. However, many seniors take it again a third time in August, which is okay too. But generally, once you hit 2 to 3 times, you've really maxed out the number of times that you should be taking the test, and we don't see that much of an increase in scores. So, so that's important when looking at when you're registering. Now, what I finally want to show you is the website called bigfuture.org. And if you've never been to this website, it's incredibly helpful for the college search, because a lot of students will say, how do I begin looking at colleges? And if you go to bigfuture.org, really I could spend 30 minutes just showing you all of the neat things on this website. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to take a quick glance at how you can use it for a college search. You can see that I've just narrowed down the filters just by four-year school, public, location, which I kept it all in the state of Virginia, and it came up with 12 results. You can click on the school and you can look at some of the details that they have, including deadlines, majors, which has the most popular majors, campus life, some really key things that can help you in deciding if this is a college you want to check out more. You can add it to your college list that's personalized, and you can have up to 6 colleges that you're looking at, you're really comparing for the sake of this online tool. Now, so you have your list, you're going to look at the colleges in a college visit. How do you narrow it down? Well, you know, generally, most students are applying to 4 or more colleges. When you do that, we do recommend that you have at least one safety school, which is a college you're confident that you can get into, at least 2 good fits, which are colleges you have a pretty good chance of getting into, and then at least 1 reach, which is a college that you have a chance of getting into, but it's a stretch. And really, we want all of those schools to be schools that you can see yourself at. It's really silly to apply to a school that you can't see yourself going to. So that's important when knowing and going on these college tours and college visits. So you are not only ready now, Sam, to register for the SATs, but using some tools to narrow down your college search as well.
My junior tip is that it's never too early to start thinking about what you're going to do after high school, whether it's college, military, or working. Is there anything else I need to know?
Well, funny you should ask. There are many other things you should know. And we have Mr. O'Regan here to explain to you one of the things that's important for seniors to know.
Community service. Community service is a great thing kids can get involved in for a number of reasons. One, you can get some recognition at the county and at the state level during graduation. 2, it looks very good on your applications. But 3, you will find that by giving of yourself, you will gain tremendous benefit. What do I bring? What I do is I kind of keep a portfolio of opportunities for community service. So if you're interested, can't find something to do, come see me. The other thing I do is I compile your hours. So if, as you do community service, I would request that you record those on the forms that are available on the community service link through guidance, and give those to me so that I can give them to guidance, so that again, at graduation, you can be recognized by both the county and at the state for the appropriate hours. And it's 150 hours
That's
for
right.
York County over 4 years, and you get a medallion on your graduation
Right.
pin.
Very lovely seal on your diploma.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. O'Regan. The other opportunity that we have for juniors and seniors is to take the ASVAB. And as you can see, we always have a sign-up list right here on our front counter. And that's the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. And this is used to determine what are your academic skills and how does that link up with an occupation that you could be successful in. Many students take it just to learn more about themselves. They're not taking it because they want to go in the military necessarily, but it's a great career exploration and an opportunity to learn more about yourself. The other thing that's very important, if you're applying to a Division I or Division II school and hope to be an athlete, you have to sign up through the NCAA Eligibility Clearinghouse. And what this does is gives your school counselors permission to upload your transcript so that coaches and colleges can look and see if you meet the NCAA requirements to play in a Division I or Division II school. The other thing is, if you are in the York County School Division Honors Program, and if you're not sure, you can check with your counselor. It has certain requirements, and when you have your senior meeting, we'll talk about that. Just as a reminder, you had to be in 8th grade in an advanced math, either algebra or advanced geometry, and taken your first foreign language. You need to have taken, throughout your high school career, at least 6 AP courses from 4 different families, and the families are English, history, math, science, world language, and art. So you have to have had at least 6 AP courses from 4 different families. You also have to do 20 hours of community service. But as Mr. Reagan explained, if the community service seal is 150 hours, if you've done that, certainly you don't need to fill out another form for another 20 hours. Sorry, I'm forgetting what else. I think that's all I was going to talk about. So as you can see out in our area, we have lots of information, brochures, sign-ups, also of course the college visit book for seniors. Every Virginia school comes from September through December, as well as other schools from out of state. So don't forget these very important things during your senior year.
My junior tip is that if you're on a sports team, don't lose focus on your schoolwork. You're a student athlete, so academics should always be your priority.
At least I have my summer to relax.
Well, actually, Sam, there's a lot that you can do this summer in order to be better prepared for your senior year. First, make sure that you're meeting with your counselor in order to pick out the correct classes for your diploma type. Also, make sure that you're utilizing those college search tools that Ms. Erickson showed us, and that you're narrowing down your college search and your college list to schools that you would be a good fit for and that would also be a good fit for you. Along with that, use this time away from school in order to do some college visits. Get on some campuses, call the admissions office and schedule a tour. If there's a school that you really want to see but it's a little further away, then go ahead and go to ecampustours.com and you can take a virtual tour of that campus that's maybe a little too far to drive. Another thing is start researching those scholarships. Start figuring out what you need in order to apply for them. Also start working on your personal essay and looking at those college applications and what sort of information that you're going to need to gather. Along with that, creating a resume and writing down all of those things that you've been doing over these last few years in high school that are really making you stand out as an excellent candidate for college applications. Also, make sure that you're doing some internships or volunteer experience. Give something to write in those college applications, and also to help narrow your focus in what you want to do moving forward after high school.
Go ahead.
My junior tip is, by the end of your junior school year, you should pick your favorite junior teachers and ask them for recommendations.
Go.
Wow, I got a lot to do.